Hi, Sarah. Thanks for coming in. Legends. Jorge. Hey, Brian. Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse. Just making some pens tonight. So these are made from, I think, pear. And the piece that I started from, you can kind of see, is bigger than this, but it's got that sapwood and then the dark heartwood. I tried to get that in the middle of the blank. I've got some blanks here. You can kind of see it. It's hard to see on the cut side, but I'm hoping to get that when I put the finish on. You'll get the two colors. That's pretty good. I've got two different pen blanks here. The first one I'm going to finish with CA glue or super glue. The second one I'm just going to use some different waxes and do mostly sanding and then a wax finish. So they're the same exact wood, same exact piece of wood. So we'll do some different finishes. See how they turn out. All right, let's do a CA finish on this one. I've got it sanded pretty good. I usually start at 400 off the skew and then go to 600 and then I'm done. I'm going to slow down the lathe. using Satellite City CA glue. My favorite medium is the best for pens, tops, anything you want to put a coating on. Thin dries very quickly. The thick takes a really long time to dry. The medium is just right. It's right in the middle, especially for coatings. Sometimes you use the thick, you need to fill gaps or something. Thin, you need it to adhere right away. For coatings, I like medium. Get a little bit of accelerator. Put on a second coat. I think I'll just do 2. Now I am going to use my abrasive paste to polish that CA glue. Hey Mike. Yep, making some pens tonight. I don't typically do pens, but I was puttering in the basement. I didn't think I had any pen kits, and somebody asked for some. And I said, "No, I don't have any pen kits. I don't really love making pens, but I like finishing pens, but anyway, I found a box of pen kits, so I guess I better make them. I don't like making pen making videos. They don't usually do very well. Alright, and that's it. That's the CA glue finish. It's a simple finish, polishes up very nice. I actually really like the CA glue finish. It's going to protect the wood. And you can kind of see the color difference I was talking about. I love that. All right, I'm going to make the second set, and then we will, now these will go together. I think right there. Yeah. So these are continuous. So you want to keep them together. Put those up there. And I'll put the second set on. I always mark them so that I know which way to put them on the mandrel. I've already drilled and put the brass inserts in these. All right, this set I'm going to turn and just do the wax. Not going to do CA glue. one question everybody asks is, why do you start with such a big piece if you're going to end up with that? And the answer is because drilling, I drill through both pieces first. It can go at an angle. So you want to make sure you start out with a big enough piece to get the whole thing drilled through. I do use pen turning a lot for skew practice, and you can kind of hear it. Oh, we got a little wormhole there. When I start out, I'm not hitting the right bevels and all that, but as I go, they get better. So I'm doing a little bit of practice too, so keep that in mind. Sharpen up the skew a little bit. Sharp skew helps also. So these are slimline pens, and as with most pen kits, they come with mandrels, or you get mandrels for them. And the mandrels are the exact right height for the pen kits. So when I turn it, I make sure that there's a smooth transition between that bushing and the wood. Yeah. All right, so this one I'm just going to use the abrasive paste. This is a homemade abrasive paste. Mostly beeswax and mineral oil. You can use beeswax and mineral oil, and then you just throw in anything that's kind of ground up or gritty. I use diatomaceous earth. Depending on what grit you want, you can use almost anything. So this one, I'm not going to do a plastic coating, we'll say, like the CA glue or resin. This is just going to be wood and wax. So we just put the wax on, we take the wax off. Didn't get as much color in this set. All right, I'm gonna go one step further with this one and put on some carnauba wax. All right, that's it. That's it. That feels pretty good. Junior is in. Hey, Johnny. Johnny's in. I was saying I haven't made a lot of pens because I thought I was out of pen kits, but I did find that I had a ton of pen kits that I organized and then forgot that I did that and just found them. So all right, I'm gonna put this stuff away. We're done with the mandrel. So I always keep these little containers. I keep all the bushings in there so I don't lose them. This is my pen kits that I thought I didn't have any. I have gobs of them. So I don't know how I forgot that. Okay, put these up here. So I'm gonna put together these pens, and I am using an old drill press that didn't work anymore. Get this mandrel on. If you ever see a drill press, like at Goodwill or something, and especially one that doesn't work, grab it. This is the best thing for pen making. It works really well. Like, you can get a pen press and they, I'm sure, work great. I've never gotten one of those. All right. I've got 3 to put together. This is one I made earlier. So let's start with that one. If you can see what I'm doing here. So I have to remember how to do this. It's been so long. I separated out all the kits into different sections. So let's start with the nib. I guess I don't need to get these out. I'm going to drop them. Let's put the nib. And you got to decide which one. This is U, and I did not use 2 continuous pieces, so it doesn't really matter which one I put it in. One thing I need to do is use a tougher wood for here because they push down into it, but here. All right, and then I'm gonna put this part into there, right? Man, I have not done this in so long. It's been too long. All right, I have it not far enough. I need that band, but I'm gonna try it just in case. Sometimes I get them in too far right away, so it's not sticking out far enough. So I'd rather try it and then adjust than to go too far. There we go. There. That works. That looks good. And it goes in far enough. Sometimes I've gone too far where they don't go in all the way. So, all right. And then we're going to slide in the band in the middle. Okay, that half is done. Set that aside. Put the end in with the clip. There's not really much to pen making, and it's not like we're actually making the pens. We're just putting together the kit, but making the barrels is the difficult part. The skilled part, I guess. All right. Is that pressed in enough? Sometimes on these cheaper kits, like, this one was not an expensive kit, so that clip is bent out a little bit. All right, and then you just push it together. And there you go. This one's pretty nice. This is U, and it's got a lot of character in it. All right, let's make some more. I do like making pens because this is one night, one evening, start to finish, and I'm gonna have 3 complete pens. Like, when you talk about completing things and finishing and accomplishing, I think we were designed to accomplish things. And people that don't have a hobby or don't accomplish, like, there's a lot of mental health to doing this. I'm sure, Johnny, you can agree with that. Eventually, I'm going to split this bottom piece, but it works pretty good. All right, the mechanism. For a free pen press, but I think if I make that out of a hardwood, it'll work a lot better. I'm gonna put that in a little bit more. Perfect. Okay, let's do the middle. Now this set is matched, so I'm going to make sure. Yeah, so I'm going to put it in this side. I suppose I could turn this whole thing sideways and do it sideways too. Be easier to look. See how that clip is much closer. I like that. All right, and then so what I like to do is close the pen and put them together, matching. There, so you get that full, I don't know if you can see it, full grain all the way down the pen. And then when you open it, it'll change, but I guess you could put it together either way, open or closed, but I like to match up that green. All right, 2 down. That's 2 pens. Even the blandest of wood is still a pretty cool pen. But yeah, an old drill press has the mechanism for pressing these together. Works really well. A little bit short. Sometimes this wood was very difficult to drill, so I may not have drilled all the way to the brass, so it makes this blank a little bit longer. And that's why some of them I have to push in a little bit further than normal. And I don't have my reading glasses on, so it's hard for me to see that line, but Hopefully this will do it. That looks pretty good. I think that'll work. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Band. Almost done. That band just gives it a good transition from the top piece to the bottom piece. These are continuous, but you can't really tell, so it doesn't really matter, but I know this is the right way. I'm just waiting when I slip and all of this goes on the floor. I'm praying that doesn't happen. Okay. If I can find the grain. I don't think I'm going to find it. All right. And there we go. 3 pens. Not too bad. 3 pens in about an hour. If you get an assembly line going, it goes really well. All right, that's all for today. Just a short one. I just needed to make some pens and thought I'd do a quick live stream. So thank you for watching. Whoa, boy. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out the rest of our channel. We do all kinds of stuff on this channel. We do wood turning, we do flat work, all kinds of stuff. So check it out. Make sure you like, comment, all that good stuff. Check out Satellite City Super Glue or CA Glue. Why sometimes it doesn't focus. Satellite City CA Glue, they do a great job. They have some great products. Just basic CA glue, but it's really good. I love it. It's one of my favorites. Check them out. And remember, you have value, you have purpose, and you are loved. God bless.